Welcome to my channel today, where I talk about the girl child. It's the superpower of the girl child. And in this channel, I speak about our culture as a Zimbabwean. I was born in Zimbabwe, and mostly I want to talk to Zimbabweans and the general public, so that they also understand about our culture as Zimbabweans, what we do and where we go wrong. And this is something that I really want to talk about. Although in some of the videos I do speak in my narrative, so that my own people, those who cannot converse in English, they can still get the content of that video. The answer I will speak in my narrative, which is Shona, because I'm from the Shona tribe. Okay, so welcome to my channel today. When I wrote a book, I did write a book where I was talking about the superpower of the girl child. And on it, I did write that it's transcending gender and overcoming obstacles. Why I chose this topic was I was looking at the way the girl child is treated, especially when it comes to the Zimbabwean girl child. There's a lot of cultures which are really on the downfall of the girl child. Meanwhile, I want to believe a girl child is the one who is the mother of the universe. A girl child is the one who creates the world, because she's a mother. She gives birth to children. No matter how big they are, small, tall, short, whatever, they are all born of a mother. Hence, I'm very much articulate when I speak to the stories of a girl child. This is eminent from me. It's the way I see it and the way I traveled my journey as a girl child. But today, I'm here to speak about a different story altogether, and a different narrative altogether, which is what happens to a girl child, her property, if she dies. This has been a culture where, when it comes to my people, they think they will put all the blockages, all the stumbling blocks on people, and they will grab properties and they will take them wherever. Imagine with someone who is given a stove, electric stove or a gas stove, which she cannot manage to buy gas, or which she has got no electricity, but she's given an electric stove, taking it from someone or from a house where there was electricity. You know, it doesn't make sense, isn't it? So what I'm talking about here is the girl child. This girl child decides she doesn't want to get married, or she has been divorced, and then she doesn't want to go into another marriage again, or the husband died while she was still young and she has got children, and she decides she doesn't want to get married. What happens there? It's really sad. The girl child comes home and she finds that, well, she cannot stay at home, and she starts building her own property. She buys her own property. She goes to work. She might be employed financially, or she might be employed in good places if she has been to school, or if she has not been to school, she will work hard either way, because I know Zimbabwean girls, they are very, very resourceful and they are very hardworking. And when they do their things, you see, they put their heart and soul to it. So they will work in those kind of jobs, whatever it is. She will work towards looking after her children. Her main goal is still look after her children and send them to school. And after sending them to school, she expects them that when when there's something that they need, they can always look after themselves. Or if something happens to her and the children are financially stable, you know, it's not something that a mother is always going to look forward to be given something with the children. But when they are okay and they've got more resources to give to their mothers, yes, they can. And it's not something that mothers should always think, because I send you to school, because I do this to you, so you need to look after me. No, it's not something that we should demand. It comes naturally because the child knows where he or she came from and how she's also educated, or how she's also getting those resources. Because it's not about education only. In Zimbabwe, children can they can go to markets and sell. They can get a farm somewhere. I've seen a lot. They do a lot of these things. So yeah, if that child is financially stable, yes, he can always share with you as a mother or as parents. But let's talk about when this girl child dies, passes on. This time when everything that has not been spoken will start to be talked about on that day. The girl child has died. This culture beliefs will start to come in, and they start telling your children, you do not inherit your mother's property because kunengozi. What is ngozi in our culture? These evil spirits, they will come and haunt you, and so you won't be okay. You always have these evil spirits following you, blah blah blah. It's all rubbish. The Zimbabweans, they are Christians, as far as I know them. They talk about Christianity. There's no other country that I know of who talks about being a Christian other than Zimbabweans, because that's my country, I know. So because we talk of being Christians, why then do we find ourselves going backwards to the evil spirits or to the demons? Why do we go there? You know what? We've got a lot of this gender biases which goes on and cultured belief, where people believe that if this happens, so this one. Why are you expecting it on my property? My property remains the property of my children. Because sometimes you might have gone back home and you are still young. So when you were young, your children also helped you to build the house. Maybe even when they grow up or they see something that is good for me, they will buy it. They might buy me a car, they might buy a stove, they might change the kitchen, they might do anything. This is how they feel. They want to do things for their mom. And then someone who comes into my line thinks because my children did this for me, she or he is entitled to get that. No, it's a no. The culture should just stop where it started, right? Because there's no point for that. If you are a brother or if you are a sister who didn't work hard to create your own cocoon, to create your own resources, to build your own properties, do not expect to take your sister's property because she worked for it. In our Shona language, they say, apana inofurira irere. That this is a Shona culture, and it's how we express ourselves. That when you look at the cattle, they go in the field, they graze there, but they don't swallow. They don't take it right down to the stomach. It stays somewhere, and then after some time in the afternoon, it will go down, and then it will start bringing it up, and then chewing it, and then it goes to the proper stomach where it is supposed to go. Right? But now, if for that reason things are not done properly, what happens to my children? They are now going to remain bitter with you. They are now at war with you because they saw me struggling. We were together with my children struggling and building a property. And now someone who has been sitting around drinking and having fun with his children there, they now come to start telling my children that they are going to inherit that property. I think it's wrong. That culture should be stopped because it doesn't make sense. Right? It does not make sense. If at all my sister wants to live a life which is good, she must look forward to be working for her life and her children. If my brother also wants to live a life that he wants his children to live, it's up to him as well to get up in the morning and start working towards that inheritance for his children. The girl's property is meant for her children. That should be understood and fully well. So to the girl child,